Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Uber Guy Connecticut here, and it is about a little bit before 8 o'clock, and I've been driving for, I don't know, 2 hours, and I had about 8 or 9 rides, so I'm doing pretty good for today, and I'm headed home now, and I'm going to go out again this afternoon. It is the day before July 4th, 2017, and people are out and about. I'm looking forward to working some of the firework crowds after the fireworks displays are over in this area. Wanted to make a video this morning outlining some things that you could do to make yourself a successful Uber and Lyft driver. And by success, I do not necessarily mean, as I pull into my driveway here so I don't kill myself, by success, I do not necessarily mean making lots of money, although everybody wants to make the money. Let's be honest, that's the reason we're all doing this. It is good money, and you can make good money at it if you know what you're doing. But there are other things that you should make sure that you do to make sure that you are successful at being an Uber and Lyft driver. There are several basic things that you could do to make sure your ratings stay high, that the people who you give rides to, that your passengers have a positive experience. You want to continue to make that money that comes in, and the only way to do that is to make sure that the passengers that you give a ride to have a positive experience. So I just wanted to outline a couple of really quick and simple things that you could do to be a successful Uber and Lyft driver. Listen, this is not rocket science. Anybody can do this. Anybody can be successful at this. Anybody can make a lot of money. You know, what do you call a lot of money? $400 a week, $500 a week, $600 a week, $1,000 a week. It is possible working for this company, depending on where you work and what market you work and what you're willing to do to make that kind of money. $1,000 a week, $2,000 a week, $3,000 a week is not uncommon if you know how to work the system and make it work out to your benefit. So there's a couple of things I want to lay down in this video about how to be a successful Uber and Lyft driver. Number one, probably one of the most important things right off is make sure you have a clean vehicle. Clean on the outside, clean on the inside. Listen, nobody wants to ride around in a vehicle that's dirty. Nobody wants to ride in a vehicle that smells. And there are things, those things are controllable. There are things that you can do to make sure that your vehicle is clean. I have a membership to a car wash, the Splash Car Wash. I'll give them a plug. The Splash Car Wash here in Connecticut. I have a membership with them. I pay, I think, $48 or $50 a month, and I take my vehicle over there as many times as I want, and I have them vacuum it out, and I have them clean it on the outside, put stuff on the tires, and make it presentable so people will want to ride in your vehicle, so that they remember the ride that you gave them. Oh, that ride was really nice. So, you know, I have the membership, and it costs me probably $500 a year. And you might say, well, you know, that's a lot of money. Well, if you look at it that way, it's a lot of money. But one of the things you got to consider is your car washes. You're getting your car clean, your car washes. Anything that you do for the upkeep of your vehicle is tax deductible. So you remember that at tax time when you're filing your taxes, and you've got to file your taxes and you've got to prepare for them. But remember that when you file your taxes, that there are certain things that work in your favor. And maybe I'll do a video about some of the tax benefits that we get as Uber and Lyft drivers. But you want to be successful, so make sure your vehicle is clean. Also, here's a big one. Make sure, and I hate to put it this way, but make sure you're clean. Nobody wants to receive a ride from someone who doesn't look like they should be working anywhere. You know, put on clean clothes, be clean shaven, brush your teeth, comb your hair, have a relatively recent haircut. Make yourself look presentable. Don't go out just looking and dressed like anything, because that you're going to stand out to the passenger and they're going to rate you low. There are things that you could do. My God, have some air freshener in the car. Have a scent bomb, what's called a scent bomb, and mine is here somewhere. I don't know where it is. Here it is. Have a scent bomb that you can spray in the car when people get in. Not everyone that will get in your vehicle has good hygiene either. So, sometimes you may have to spray, or the next person that gets into your car may think it's you. So, there are things that you could do to be successful as an Uber driver. Number one, make sure your vehicle's clean. Get a car wash membership. Go as many times as you think is necessary. I personally go 3 times a week. Make sure, at least 3 times a week, make sure that you are clean. Have on clean clothes, have on clean shirt, have on a clean shirt. People notice certain things about people. I recently just had a ride, and maybe I shouldn't highlight this too much, but the ride was in Orlando, and the gentleman that gave me a ride, he seemed like he was a nice guy, but the gentleman that gave me a ride really, he had some hygiene issues. Let me just put it that way, to be nice about it. And his vehicle was not the best it could have been. It was dirty. And this was not at the end of the day. This was in the morning, when he was probably, either he had been up a while, or he was just, whatever he was doing. He had things all over the place, a big container of potato chips in the front where he was just snacking from them. Listen, for me as a passenger, when I'm a passenger, I remember things like that. You want to do things that will contribute to the overall success of your ride. You want your passenger, or your PAX, P-A-X, like we say. You want your passenger to get out of your vehicle thinking that was a positive experience. So those are things that you could do to make sure that you are a successful Uber driver. Here's another thing that is very important. Make sure you engage. Feel your passenger out to see whether they want to communicate or talk, and what kind of person they are. You should know within the first couple of moments of people getting in your car whether they're going to be engaging to you in conversation or not. If they don't talk, then you don't have to talk. But if they speak to you, you be cordial and speak to them nicely. Listen to me. I mean no disrespect. But if you don't like people, if you don't like people, if you don't like talking to people, if you don't have a positive personality, it's going to show, and it's going to affect your ratings. I'm just giving you some simple things that you could do to be a successful Uber driver. We all want to make that money, but it's not always about the money. You want to be able to keep the money coming in, but if you constantly and consistently get rated low, 1-star, 2-star, 3-star, it's going to affect the product that you put out, because it's going to show in your rating system. I notice when I call for a ride, an Uber ride to go somewhere, or a Lyft ride to go somewhere, I look at the driver's rating. I look at how many rides they've had, and I look at their rating, and I know that they should know better than to do certain things. Okay, so we're trying to be a successful Uber and Lyft driver. Those are some things that you could do, and I'm sure there are a lot more that you could do, but you want to be thinking about being successful. The more success you have, the more you can turn that success into your profits. Okay, I think that's enough for now. I'll have a couple of more videos a little bit later today. If you like this video, and if you want to become an Uber and Lyft driver, use my referral code. In my region, and I'm in Connecticut, it is worth $160 to me, but it may be worth more to you depending on the region that you live in. My code is at the bottom of the screen and on this YouTube page. If you like my page, please feel free to subscribe by clicking the subscribe button at the bottom of the screen and on the page itself. And I wish you all the success. Fellow Uber drivers, I know we are in competition with each other, as we are all independent contractors, Uber and Lyft drivers. But I don't think there's anything wrong with putting out helpful hints and tips. I personally believe that there is enough money to go around for all of us. And we have just begun to scratch the surface about what this industry and what this business is going to do. So get out there and get that money. Subscribe to my channel. If you want to sign up and be an Uber Lyft driver, hit the link. It should take you to at the bottom of the screen, or on my page there. It should take you to the Uber site. Sign up. It could be as much as $500 for you, but in my region it's $160, but it changes from region to region. You want to get in on this money. Sometimes you have to do 50 rides, sometimes it's 100, and the money is there and it's for you. It's a signing bonus. Do not miss it. Hope you have a wonderful day. I hope to see you later with some more tips on being a successful Uber driver, and bye-bye.